Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a full moon in Pisces energy reading. I'm putting this out a day early because today we do have Mercury stationing retrograde in Libra at 8 degrees 55 in the 5th house of Virgo at 19 degrees 19. Big energies. And then we do have the full moon in Pisces on Saturday, September the 10th at 17 degrees 40. So the moon is opposing the sun. There are several other aspects with the moon. It's squaring it up with Mars in Gemini. It's forming a sextile to Uranus in Taurus, and it is also going to be conjunct Neptune in Pisces, along with a sextile to the North Node in Taurus. So what I kept hearing is it's time for some refreshing change. The energy has been very heavy, almost like a sludge-like energy. And so that's why I kind of wanted to get this out a day early, because we usually feel the full moon energies a couple of days prior to the full moon. And we're going to be finding ourselves feeling it after the full moon in Pisces as well. So what I'm feeling is this big collective emotional overhaul. So you might be finding yourselves extra emotional. Pisces is a watery sign. And so get ready to kind of tune into some spiritual energies. Pisces is the high priestess, right? And so typically full moons are a time of releasing. We might be feeling a little extra watery. It is the yin energy. The Piscean energy is yin, feminine energy, and so we're likely going to be very extra emotionally sensitive over the coming days. You may find yourself being called to just wanting to spend some time alone, connecting with yourself and going through a period of self-discovery, self-development, self-actualization. I think of the high priestess. The high priestess is a very singular energy. The high priestess turns inward for those psychic insights and spends that time in meaningful solitude. So you might want to spend as much time as you can submersed in water therapy, baths, showers, go and sit by water, go near the water. This is a very intense cleansing and a purifying energy. So you're going to want to drink lots of water. And I've got my water right here. I have been drinking water like crazy. So let's talk about Pisces a little bit. So Pisces does rule the 12th house. And so the 12th house is related to the dream world and spirituality. The 12th house is also the house of undoing. It is also the house where we bury the past once and for all. And so right now we're in the precipice of ascending the timeline of Christ, the age of Pisces, and grounding the new golden age of Aquarius. And so this full moon in particular, with its close aspect to the planet Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusions, I think dreams are going to be super vivid over the coming days. So you're really going to want to keep a dream journal close to your bed, and you're going to want to pay extra close attention to the dreams and the messages, the prophetic messages that they're bringing forward for your own spiritual journey, because Neptune themes are going to be prominent during this full moon. And with Neptune and Pisces, everything is not as it seems, right? So you think of Neptune. Neptune energy is the higher octave of Venus energy. And Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra. And so Venus represents the earthly energies when it comes to romantic love, but Neptune represents the deepest divine love, the deepest unconditional love. So I feel this is a pivot point for many of us on the twin flame journey. And so this is where many of us are wanting to experience more love from not only deep within us, but within these spiritual connections. And so I feel like, like along with the high priestess, the hanged man is also Piscean energy. And so the hanged man goes into these psychic insights in order to see things in that new light, right? So to see people in a new light, in their truest authenticity, right? And so a lot of senses coming up, I feel. And with Mercury going retrograde today on the 9/9 portal, I do want to mention it is a portal day. And I'm pretty sure I talked about it in one of the zodiac channelings. We have all planets, all of the outer planets in retrograde. We have Mercury in retrograde. The only planets direct right now is Venus and Mars, the feminine and the masculine energy, right? And so all of the other planets are in retrograde, minus like the moon and the sun, because they never ever go in retrograde. And so what I feel is this beautiful sweetness. It also feels like everything is coming to this standstill, or you might be feeling like all the progress you made, you feel like you're falling backwards, going backwards, and that's because of all of these retrograde planets, right? And all of this slowing down of our plans when it comes to taking action. The High Priestess, you know, it's really not time for action. So I feel a lot of themes related to all of these retrograde planets are going to be brought to the forefront when it comes to generational patterns that we're here to clear. We're the chosen ones to clear these family curses, these generational patterns, right? And so the energy can feel very overwhelming as we come into all of these psychic downloads and all of this ancestral information. It's this energy of so much happening around us all at once, even though everything is happening really slowly, right? So it's like a review of the past in slow motion. And so let's talk about some of these planets in retrograde. Jupiter in retrograde is all about abundance and blessings. Mercury in retrograde is all about communication, reviewing our communication skills, right? Pluto in retrograde is always going to deal with power and transformation, power and control issues, death and transformation. Saturn in retrograde is asking us to, you know, shine these lights down on all of these negative vices when it comes to where we've lacked discipline and structure in our lives. Uranus in retrograde is all about unexpected changes. And when Uranus is in retrograde, it's all of these unexpected internal shifts when it comes to our beliefs. Neptune in retrograde deals with spirituality and divine love. So I feel a huge review of these divine counterpart unions of our spirituality and a breakdown of all of these illusions. And then with Saturn and Uranus square happening in the background until the end of the year, this Saturn-Uranus square has been since, I'm going to say, 2019 or 2020. So we're rounding the completion of this Saturn-Uranus square energy. It's coming down to a close at the end of the year. And so things are really slowing down immensely. And so this is the full moon where we are being asked to revisit the past, to clear all of these past grievances out. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? Who do you need to forgive? And what is it that you need to reassess in your life in order to embrace these appropriate cosmic shifts that are taking place? So things are going to feel really, really, really slow over the coming month, and it's going to feel like nothing is going to change. It's going to feel like we're stuck in the mud. And so this is a time where we're being asked to trust, to be super patient, and to trust that the spiritual work and the integration work that we do now will bear rewards and fruit later when everything turns direct. And so I do feel this full moon is going to impact those with Pisces placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, along with Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you're really going to want to pay attention if you have those placements in your chart. And so I broke it down by each sign. And I do want to mention, as I call out the signs and the messages that came through for what's going to be going on this full moon, look at your rising sign first. You're likely going to resonate with your ascendant sign first, then go to the moon energy and then the sun, right? Because the further along the progression journey we get, we step more into our ascendant energy versus our moon and our sun. So, right? So we're integrating all of these energies. And if you don't know your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, You can always pull your chart from Cafe Astrology, but you're going to need your birth time or as close to your exact birth time as possible to get accuracy with your ascendant side on the chart, right? And so let's break it down by signs, guys. I feel this full moon for Aries, spirituality is going to be in focus. The past is going to be in focus when it comes to any past pains or losses. You might be feeling isolated during this full moon. And I feel this is where you really come into your channeling capabilities. Taurus, my beautiful Taurians out there. I feel this full moon is all about the greater whole, stepping into networking, larger spiritual groups of people. I know for myself, I've gained all kinds of acquaintances within the spiritual community. I think social media is going to be in focus for my Taurus collective, online communities, and good luck, money, and fortune for my Taurus collective. You think of Taurus, it is the Empress energy, right? Okay, Gemini, I think it's all about work, figuring out maybe going down the pathway of self-employment. It's all about career, public image, and leadership qualities for my Gemini collective. So you're really going to want to pay attention where Gemini falls in your chart. Cancer, I think get ready to deal with some underlying father wounds. I think father issues are coming up for my Cancer collective. I think there's a lot of cancers out there, masculine cancers that are stepping into being spiritual gurus within the spiritual community and blessings. I also feel a huge overhaul of your belief systems, really stepping into your personal spirituality for my Cancers. Leo, get ready for some death and some rebirth energy. So if you have a Leo ascendant, I think death, rebirth, not literal death, but death to the old, birth to the new, right? Really getting tapped into your occult practices. I think get ready for some big life changes if you have major Leo in your chart. Major transformation for my Leos. My oldest daughter is a Leo rising, and she's definitely been feeling these energies intensely the last couple of days, let me tell you. Virgo, I'm a Virgo moon, so I fall right in there with you, Virgo. So Virgo, I think this full moon is bringing forward a new romantic partnership that will likely lead to a business partnership. I think your focus is on clients, and I know that's where I'm at with my Virgo moon too, right? Libra, I think what's in focus this full moon is your service-based mission to the world. I think a reevaluation of your day job. I think get ready to deal with unseen enemies and get ready to really focus on your physical body health. Your daily routines are coming up for a reevaluation this Pisces full moon. Scorpio, that is the polar opposite of my energy. Scorpio, I feel creation, children are coming up this full moon. Any bad romances from the past are coming up, are being drudged up when it comes to past lovers. And you're really going to want to tap into your creative intellect. I think you got to learn to have fun again. So, you might want to just go into that inner child healing and spend a lot of time with your children this weekend to get through these energies, Scorpio. Sagittarius, I think home and foundations are in focus for my Sag collective. And I think get ready to really go deep into any mother wounding or mother issues when it comes to family structures. I'm a Sag 10th house, so I think this full moon is asking you to find your emotional well-being. I think get ready to dive deep into your ancestral roots. Get ready to go deep into the heart, Sagittarius. Capricorn, I think your social life is coming up this full moon to be looked at. You might be having to deal with some sibling rivalry this weekend. Business rivalry. I do feel you are being asked to find your truth, Speak your truth. Journaling, I think, is really going to help my Capricorn collective out there this weekend. And I think a lot of shifts in the mind space. Capricorn is a cardinal sign, a leadership sign. So if you have Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising, I think it's time for you to step into your teaching capabilities within the journey. Aquarius, get ready to deal with issues of self-worth, money issues. Get ready to really look at what it is you've been feeding your body. So this could be food, social media, TV. What are you putting into your body? What possessions are you clinging to that have been preventing you from finding your authentic voice? Because I think you got a lot of skills and talents, and it's time for you to know your self-worth, Aquarius. Last but not least, Pisces. I'm a Pisces rising, so I think this is all about you, your ego, how you present yourself to the world, your looks, and your identity, right? Who are you, Pisces? I know Pisces can so easily absorb so many other energies. It's hard to tell who you are sometimes. So get ready to take a long, hard look in the mirror and get ready to dissolve that lower ego. Get ready to really figure out how it is you want to present yourself in the world, focusing on your looks and your self-identity. And so let's talk about the Virgo Pisces polarity axis. It is a service-based axis. Both Virgo and Pisces are healers, right? And so the balance between our day-to-day life and routines, our physical health, and that's the Virgo energy, the need for order, versus the spiritual side of the journey. Pisces deals with chaos, disorder, the infinite, our spiritual health, and our spiritual visions. And so we need the Virgo energy. We need the Virgo energy so we can get grounded in our day-to-day functions and routines. So we have that personal set of tools and techniques that are going to help us deal with our everyday to-day life challenges. And Pisces brings the tools that we need to deal with our spirituality. And so the key to balance with these two energies is going to lie in identifying and expressing our spiritual needs, all while maintaining order in our everyday lives. We all need a little bit of structure and order. And so we can't neglect either of these axes in our life, right? They're very important axes, Virgo and Pisces. And so if you've been neglecting one side or the other to the extreme, get ready for situations to backfire and implode this full moon. So you might be living in chaos, excessive chaos, or you might be living in excessive order, and neither of that is going to work. You kind of have to find that 0 point, right? That non-polarity between the two energies. And so with this full moon harmonizing with Uranus, it's actually forming a sextile, right? A very harmonious aspect. And so with the full moon harmonizing with Uranus, this is suggesting an easier acceptance of change and progression now. But I think there's going to be difficult changes too, because we still got that Saturn square Uranus in the background, and I do have it in my notes. That was exact on in December of 2021. And so with all of these retrograde motions, this aspect is getting significantly stronger. And so it's going to reach an orb of 0 degrees 37 in early October. And so I feel a lot of COVID-related restrictions that we dealt with way back are going to be coming up again. I think this is going to create all kinds of unexpected complex changes and restrictions, and quite possibly financial instability. So be prepared for that, because this full moon is going to bring a lot of changes many aren't wanting to make, that they're not ready to make, which is going to make it even harder to make these changes that we do want to make. So get ready for rising tensions to come to the surface, sudden unexpected changes that are likely going to be very frustrating to deal with. But this is where we master keeping an open mindset, being patient, being flexible, and what seems like major challenges are really there to be turned into opportunities to rid ourselves of these negative, restrictive, limiting cycles and relationship issues. And so this is really an exciting new opportunity, this full moon. Although it's going to bring unexpected changes, all change that comes in this full moon really is for the positive, right? There could be an exciting new stimulating encounter. This is the full moon where I think we become very much attuned with our self-awareness and our intuitive gifts. And this is the full moon where we better understand our feelings when it comes to any past particular issues or grievances that have kind of haunted us, right? That have been a burden, that are needing to be addressed. And so get ready to find your confidence to deal with these difficult past choices and relationship issues. But you're going to have to be open-minded when it comes to progressing into these new outlooks, right? It's all about shifting the mind perspective. And so get ready to lower your inhibition when it comes to facilitating these changes. So a chance meeting could lead to this instant attraction, which could lead to a beautiful new divine counterpart union. And so new opportunities, new relationships, replacing the old with something new. And so I kind of feel this really is going to affect us and influence us up until the end of the year. This is going to bring all kinds of tensions and frustrations to the surface. And all of these changes that we don't want to make are going to be forced to be made, right? So any substantial structures that have been built within false foundations are likely going to be breaking down in order for us to implement lasting positive changes moving forward. So I think following this full moon, we're going to have a 2-week window of opportunity to break away from these negative restrictions, these negative relationships, these limiting conditions, and we can embrace this refreshing change and this new direction in our personal life for the next new moon cycle. And so I kind of feel from now until the end of August, or like from now until the end of September, we're going to be dealing with any past issues of violence, especially against women, especially abuse against women. We're going to find ourselves likely being a little bit impatient, a little bit impulsive. There's going to be a lot of anger coming up and a lot of sexual frustration. So this full moon in Pisces is helping us escape dangerous situations. And it's helping us promote significant cultural changes in our foundations moving forward. And this could even mean upheaval and political change as well within the government. So I feel this really is the perfect time for releasing, letting go. You're going to want to rest. You're going to want to go through a rejuvenating energy, regenerating, healing, contemplating, meditating, decluttering, and harvest, right? And in order to reap that harvest, we got to prune all of those dead branches, and we got to maybe get our hair cut, right? Or something along those lines is what came through. So let's jump in with the cards, guys, and let's see what other energies need to come through for the Pisces full moon. I think I'm going to start off today with the Quantum Energy Oracle deck. Oh my God. We get fear, we get conflict. So we can't keep biting our tongue, squandering our truth out of fear of any conflict, right? Get ready to face some conflict. Get ready to face your deepest, darkest fears. Get ready to take that leap of faith. Rapidly shifting energy, an event or a shakeup to get you to face your fears, to get you to face any simmering relationship conflicts and tensions. And get ready for somebody's hidden motivations to be revealed. It's like the veil of illusion being shattered in order to set those pure-hearted, truthful intentions moving forward, right? So we're going to get 3 cards, guys. We're going to see what needs to come through for these energies this weekend. Do keep in mind, I have a few zodiac signs left to do. I think about 4. I'm going to do my best to get those all out before the end of the weekend. So keep an eye for that. Look at that. We're going towards peace. We're breaking free from this victim mentality. We're shifting our conscious beliefs, and we're connecting with our higher self. We're connecting in the heart. The sacred temple. So we're shifting our foundations is kind of what I'm feeling. It is a 5 card. Spirit's making these changes happen, right? And so there's going to be an event when it comes to some great achievement. It's kind of like an Ace of Wands, going after everything that you deserve, right? It's kind of like a wedding energy. It looks like a wedding table, graduation, spiritual graduation. So this is where we set those intentions. We're at the crossroads, right? So what intentions do you want to set? I know we all want peace in our lives. We all want that peaceful, harmonic union. We see two swans in the background mating, and I feel like somebody's had their head up in the clouds when it comes to manifesting a spiritual union, but there's a need to release this victim mentality. 7 is the number from heaven. So in order to tap into our mystic healing capabilities, we have to break down all of these false beliefs, and we do that by purging the sludge on the heart. And it is only through the gateway of the heart that we can tap into our higher self and our spiritual team. Crossroads for sure, change. And where are we going? We're going right towards joyous fun. And so the wheels are spinning, the wheels are moving forward, and what I'm being shown right now is 2 Ferris wheels, one going this way, one going that way, and you're about to meet in the middle, like the Vesicus Pisces energy. And so get ready to face some dark thoughts. I think somebody's been traveling through the maze of their subconscious thoughts, these negative thought spirals. And get ready for somebody's true intentions to be revealed. Somebody's been hiding behind a mask, playing into a status quo foundation. And there might even be a need to seek out some professional assistance, a lawyer, a spiritual life coach. I think the illumination of a false contract that is needing to crumble, because guess what? We're here to break free from these status quo foundations. I got I had a reminder come up. I have a reading booked soon. Okay, so, you know, do you want to keep playing into these false foundations? A status quo, like, does it really matter what people think of you? Aquarius is all about thinking outside of the box, and so it's kind of time to take off the mask. It's time to really open the heart and to get rigorously authentic with your truth, so you can call in other people that are authentic in your life. So I do think a lot of dark thoughts. I think the energy is feeling very fragmented, and it's going to be this feeling of picking up the pieces. Picking up the pieces of my broken heart is what I just heard. And I do feel there's going to be love offers coming in. Get ready for a masculine to come forward with a love offer that will lead to a great achievement, a commitment of some sort. There's going to be a rediscovery. Get ready to peel back the layers of a situation that you did not quite see clearly before, because we're manifesting these sacred unions. We're releasing this victim mentality. So I'm going to read out of the book for the victim mentality, because I know the energy has been very heavy, and I know a lot of us have felt chained to this pain for so long, and there's more to life than pain. There is joy, right? So I would like to read into this a little bit deeper, because I feel our conscious awareness is changing, and this is the moment where we have to choose to take back our power, right? And so you look at this man, he's hunched over in the corner, tied by a rope to the bedpost. And so, and the waterfall of emotions, right? The waterfall of emotions. And so water represents the spiritual energies trying to lift this man up out of this victim mentality, out of this lack of consciousness. I feel a masculine here that is feeling hopeless, that has basically resigned to his situation, and it's time to choose freedom. He could choose to untie that rope and leave this toxic situation at any given time. And I do feel a masculine wanting peace, trying so desperately to connect to his spiritual higher self, and he's been a victim of consciousness. So I kind of feel there's a masculine here feeling powerlessness. And there's a man here trying to reunite with his spiritual self, trying to find the strength to stand up and take action and move on from a toxic situation. And I feel this situation has been debilitating. It's really played into this victim mentality. It's almost like this analysis paralysis energy coming up. So this might be a strong message for somebody with a Pisces moon, going to really be feeling it this Pisces full moon. And so We all have the ability to rewrite our story. We don't have to keep remanifesting our past. I feel a masculine whose power has been completely stripped away due to these negative patterns. And they're needing to redirect their own life is what I'm feeling. And so I feel somebody has to choose to walk away from a situation that they've been stuck in that's been very disempowering. And we all do have the ability to take our power back from within. We all have that choice. And so I feel the masculine that's been very passive in his life, very passive, allowing things to just happen rather than taking charge of his destiny. And it's kind of time for this masculine to muster up his courage and his will and his spiritual strength to stand up for what it is that's true for him. So we always, always, always have the right to make our own choices. But we have to choose, right? Not choosing is a choice. So we have to find our strength and our courage to live in our power every single day. So, wow, powerful, powerful message today. Let's get some Astro Star Code Oracle messages, and then we're going to jump in with some tarot and see what else this full moon has in store for the collective. Victim mentality needs to be addressed. Yeah, and get ready to be future oriented, stepping into your true karmic pathway. We're breaking free from these south node patterns of self-sacrificing, manipulation, north node oriented, 34 breaking down to a 7, mystical energies, this uncomfortable, discomforting, debilitating energy of, you know, having to choose two paths. There's two staircases presented, but all paths lead to home. And so I do feel get ready for open confrontation in order to ascend this past life energy. Get ready to arrive to where it is you truly belong. So the 4th house, home is in focus, right? Home is in focus. Home is in focus. So let's see what else needs to come through. Change, clarity, confrontation. Bottom of the deck, the 11th house. So I feel this deals with social groups, right? Our social status, our social groups. So there might be a breakdown of a false community structure taking place in order for somebody to find their dignified strength to go towards a vision of the future. I do feel get ready to be immersed in a lot of emotions and a lot of higher mind exploration. And so if you want peace in your life, where do you need to implement these changes to have peace in your life? Because I feel somebody is going through an internal shift of beliefs, a heart chakra activation and purging in order to gain that clarity. A Tower for sure. And there's likely going to be open confrontation. Maybe within a social structure here is kind of what I'm feeling. So get ready to be immersed in a lot of deep emotions. So let's jump in with some tarot, guys, and see what else needs to come through. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams. Oh my God, 2 Pisces energies. I can't make this shit up. The Hanged Man and the High Priestess. So, wow, wow. Darkness into darkness is the key to all of life's mysteries. I do feel an emotional breakdown. Somebody has been blocking their heart when it comes to a telepathic spiritual connection. And there is going to be a heart chakra activation in order for somebody to release this victim mentality, this martyrdom, shattering of the illusions. There's that Neptune energy. And I feel somebody's been hanging by a thread. So a new outlook is going to be gained is what I'm feeling. So let's do a 9-card spread and see what this full moon has in store for the collective. Very powerful message today for sure. So get ready for the unexpected. Get ready for some confrontation. We get the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Cups in reversed, the Knight of Wands in reversed, the Devil reversed, the Fool. Oh my God. Somebody was blocking their wish fulfillment. They were masking through addictions. When it comes to maybe not investing in what could have led to a connection where the two of you would have worked very well together, there's a need to have that conversation about some past betrayal. Absolutely. Some backstabbing, some betrayal. There's that Kundalini life force activation. And then we get the Eight of Swords. So get ready for your bubble to be burst. I do feel somebody here that's been in the dark night of the soul. Revisiting the past, reliving the past, in the underworld energy, scorpionic energy, when it comes to a deep spiritual past life connection. Somebody's been in the dark, looking back at the past, the memories. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of love. A connection where the two of you will feel like children again. Innocence is what I heard. And definitely an awakening of some heart energy. This is the ultimate cup of love, the Palace of Cup, the Holy Grail love. I do feel a connection that likely has a past life link all the way back to Atlantis, and the dead central energy is that Fool. Somebody's feeling foolish, right? There's going to be a brand new beginning here, a shakeup, an awakening for sure, in order to break somebody free from a very toxic situation, trauma bond, codependencies. I think in the past somebody was not willing to invest in a situation, maybe got caught up in a loveless situation. And it's decision time, right? Which direction are you going to choose? Crossroads. There's masculine energy here. It's time to take action. It's time to decide. It's time to choose. Do you want to keep playing into these trauma bonds, these unrequited love situations, dealing with smiling liars? Or do you want to choose to walk towards the gateway of manifesting your own heaven on earth? Because the choice is yours. The gateway portal is wide open for these divine unions, but it will require action. And it will require a death of the ego. So there is definitely a divine masculine coming through. A masculine that is going through a very painful spiritual transformation, an ego death. Somebody that I feel maybe abandoned you in your time of need. The Emperor in reverse. They only care about themselves. They abandon you in your time of need. They seek to divide, seek to control. Definitely somebody, you know, did not invest. Maybe somebody cheated in the past. They just were not emotionally invested or available for the ultimate abundance. The Ten of Cups. Like, look at that beautiful energy. Piscean energy is what I'm feeling. And so, Mars. Do you want it all? Because the doorway opportunity is being presented for healing to go into a situation. Wishes being granted, Aquarian energy. This is what you prayed for. This is what you asked for. But it's going to require complete and total authenticity, right? You're going to have to be naked in the truth of your emotions. So somebody here was blocking their heart, blocking their emotions, unwilling to look at this. And I feel they've been playing into addictions. You know, they were not ready to invest. And I think now they want to come in fully committed. They were not willing to invest. And I feel somebody that's been in this victim mentality, trapped all up in their head over not committing or investing in what could have led to a beautiful community effort with somebody. And they've been trapped, sitting in a lot of truth. That's that Jupiter energy, Pisces. Again, I feel Pisces with that. Going through a period of internal expansion, sitting in this bubble of truth where you can't escape it, right? Sitting there naked in this truth, and the bubble's about to burst, is what I'm feeling. Because if you don't break free from this toxic situation, things are going to get worse. And there's an opportunity to start the Fool's journey. When we get to the Fool, we've mastered everything we can learn in this toxic situation, and it's time for a brand new cycle, right? But it might require talking about some past betrayal. There needs to be a discussion about some past betrayal. And I feel a Kundalini life force activation taking place. So let's take a look at the Devil reversed. Because somebody's breaking free from feeling caged in a situation, controlled in a situation, could be with a Capricorn. Look at that. Moving on. I'm choosing to leave that behind. It's no longer working. I want peace in my life. Communicating, I want peace in my life, and getting ready to bring in an offer for a brand new opportunity. Yeah, because somebody, I think, is angry. Definitely facing some very bad karma, made a poor judgment call, I think angry with themselves over a missed opportunity, and now needing to break the chains of something toxic, codependent, for that brand new beginning. So I think an offer is coming. I think somebody is fearful of maybe coming forward, seeking a reconciliation, sending a message. And yeah, somebody is definitely going through a lot of intense emotions. I feel an emotional breakdown. There's a lot of anger coming up. There's a lot of emotions coming up. And I feel there's been a lack of an apology for some past betrayal that is needing to be addressed. So let's take a look at this past betrayal. Because there's a masculine here that was not in his true authority, dealing with the Queen of Wands in reversed. And I feel that was the betrayal. Somebody chose to work with somebody. It was an illusion. I feel two very controlling, possessive people. Somebody went towards, you know, a karmic contract. It caused a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict, a lot of outside opinions got into a divine connection here. And that was the betrayal. Somebody chose to work on a situation that it's only caused chaos and conflict, and definitely bottoming out, getting ready to finally choose to release a long-standing burden, moving on, getting their emotions in check, moving on, because they've really been going within and learning this lesson, right? A very painful lesson. A very painful lesson, right? They chose money over love. And I feel all of that is crumbling. So let's take a look at this Eight of Swords, because somebody's coming into a lot of awareness. Yeah, look at that. Irreversible change. This transformation has been avoided up until now. So there's that scorpionic energy, and there's the Mars, the brute force. So universal change, divinely guided change, divinely guided upheaval. And you know, this tower was avoided up until now, and it can no longer be avoided. Somebody is going through a major shift in their beliefs. It's going to require healing, sitting in this truth, this heart pain. And there is going to be a need to rebalance an imbalanced situation. Somebody lacked control. They were all about their ego, right? Greed, ego, coward, the cowardly lion energy, right? And there needs to be a rebalancing. Somebody in the past was giving to more than two, and somebody here got hurt. Somebody went down the beaten pathway, and they're getting a wake-up call about, you know, a lack of communication. Somebody was lying. Somebody was not communicating. You know, maybe somebody was going through a period of disillusionment. I think somebody was lying about all the options that they had. They were a coward, and now they can no longer avoid facing these challenges, because their heart is being ripped to shreds, is what I'm feeling. Taurus energy. Wow. That's heavy. So let's just take a look at the Six of Cups. Yeah, there's been blocked communication here. And somebody's learning a lesson about blocked communication. Wow. We get the Eight of Wands reversed, the Palace of Coins, and the Nine of Wands. So getting to the root cause of the issue, right? I think somebody was triggered because this was a mirror reflection of my deepest, darkest wounds, and they chose to block communication instead of building a legacy with somebody that was divinely ordained for them. The Palace of Cups, the Palace of Coins, ultimate abundance, ultimate fulfillment, and somebody's really struggling in their shadow energy, coming to this realization of what a missed opportunity it was. It was a connection that was put on somebody's path to build a legacy. And now they're going to have to come in and face this Queen of Swords if they want this new beginning. So I feel somebody is praying it's not too late to come in with an offer. and to have that transparent, difficult conversation about the third-party interference. So get ready for some communication. And I just noticed 44 on the clock. So divine protection, angelic protection, foundations, right? Let's get a couple last messages from Spirit. You are being protected by angels, so do not worry, do not worry. Choose to go into honoring your vessel, your mind, your body, and your soul. Take care of yourself. We're being asked to take care of ourselves this full moon. What other messages do we need to be aware of when it comes to this full moon energy this weekend? There we go. So, yeah, evolving and learning lessons, right? And, you know, a lot of us chose to come here to resolve some very difficult past life karma, to work through some very difficult past life soul contracts. And this is the full moon that we acknowledge these difficulties and heal from them once and for all. So, emotional maturity, wisdom, knowing that you've learned all you can in this situation and it's necessary to move on. So I think get ready to ask yourself, what truly makes your heart sing with joy? What do you need to do to recapture that vitality? Because there is a destined event coming and we've all been feeling it, okay? So I do feel get ready to process some very deep, deep emotions when it comes to a past life connection, and that is always the first step towards healing. Vulnerability is a strength, and I think this is the full moon where we are given a chance for a do-over. But will you do things differently? I think a do-over. And that's kind of what I got, guys. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.